Good evening. The owners of a Boston Pizza in Biche are cleaning up after their restaurant was a target of an ATM smash and grab. Fraser Snowden has more.
What ended up happening is they took a white vehicle, and it's a Dodge truck. They backed through the entranceway to the restaurant and subsequently caused extensive damage and then stole the ATM from the location.
Biche RCMP responded to the call at around 1:30 Friday morning after an intrusion alarm was set off at the restaurant. Police say the suspects were gone by the time they arrived.
But weren't able to locate the suspects. We believe that there's, of course, more than one person involved in this incident, and it's related to other incidents as well that have occurred through northeastern Alberta.
Cold Lake RCMP found the vehicle a short time after and say the truck was stolen from St. Paul. RCMP say this is not the first time a burglary of this nature has happened. Cold Lake has had 5 different types of ATM robberies or attempts in the month of January. Constable Clark believes Friday's incident and the others are all connected.
It does send a message to the businesses, that's for sure, about making sure that their premises are secure. It comes down to basic common sense, right? When something's easily accessible and easy to steal and quick to steal, well, it just makes it a target, right? Or potentially a target. Of course, it's up to the businesses to make sure that they're doing as best as they can to try to mitigate these types of factors.
The Biche RCMP have since located the machine, but the robbers are still at large. If you have any information on this, you're asked to call 1-800-222-TIPS. In Biche, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
It's almost showtime for the 5th annual Rock for a Cure in the border city. A local fundraising group was setting up the stage yesterday for Canadian rock band The Trues, all to raise money for the fight against cancer.
They are an amazing band. Not only are they Canadian, but they're a great party band. So they're really all about the crowd and getting people worked up and having a great time.
Yeah. Let's not freak Brandy out anymore.
I Love Alberta Boobs President Brandy Schwenk says the Trues will be headlining the event. She says the organization began around 8 years ago, an initiative she feels strongly about.
It's something that's touched every single person we know. My mother-in-law is a survivor, and one of my best friends is a survivor.
The fundraising group raised $30,000 last year and hoped to beat that tonight.
All the money goes directly to the Alberta Cancer Foundation to fund Dr. Mackey's pre-phase 1 clinical trials. And basically, it's just a program to fast-track new drugs into the consumer's hands.
Tickets are still available. Doors open at 7 p.m. tonight at the Stockade Building. For all country music fans out there, rising country music star Kissel is in the border city tonight. At 23 years old, the singer from Flat Lake, Alberta, north of Lloydminster, was recently nominated for 2 Juno Awards. It all started with a song, Although he's quickly on his way to stardom, Kissel says he never forgets his homegrown ranch roots, adding his family isn't musical, but his grandmother noticed something unique in him as a young boy.
She said that she saw music in my bones when I was this little kid and singing along to the radio. And, we would listen a lot to the radio station from Lloydminster. We'd get it out there.
2 of his latest songs, Raise Your Glass and Started With a Song, both went #1 in Canada. And Kissel says he writes his own music and his inspiration, his family.
I haven't been cheated on, nobody's left me, truck didn't break down, all that kind of stuff. So I have to draw on personal experience, and that comes from my family, comes from my grandparents, being on the cattle ranch, or hanging out with my wife.
Tonight he'll be debuting a new love song to be released on Valentine's Day, and he's looking forward to performing for a home crowd at the Buckle tonight.
I love engaging with the crowd and playing live. Yes, I enjoy being in the studio, and yes, I enjoy writing songs, but getting a chance to stand on the stage, the band is hot, the crowd's reacting, there's nothing better. There's no better feeling than that.
The next stop for the Young Guns tour is in Lethbridge on Monday.